live from Finneran Pavilion in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The University of Villanova. In the booth with me, Kay, Howie, Arizona State, Villanova. What's up, man?
Doing pretty good. Excited for some Saturday afternoon basketball here. Last matchup of week 1, and it should be a good one.
The fire uniforms, black uniforms here for Arizona State debuting here. Should be a great one. A lot of new faces for Arizona State. Not a ton of new faces for Villanova, besides maybe Doc Gracos and Ryan Moffitt here. And Michael Bryston drives in. Bryston, I think that was.
Good take, though.
Bryston is a former Wildcat, I believe, right? Last year.
Yeah, he was. A lot of these Arizona State guys like to attack the lane.
Yeah, they do.
And get into the interior, so it'll be interesting to monitor that and kind of the opposite.
I got to share my screen with you, sorry. Yeah, he goes up top there, Bryston does, and throws that down. Sorry, realized I wasn't sharing.
Oh, you're good. I put it up on Twitch.
Oh, all good. Now you can watch live.
I can watch live.
Jax.
No, but Villanova last week made 15 three-pointers.
Wow.
So that's kind of the opposite gameplay compared to Arizona State.
Absolutely. 2-0 game. Arizona State starts on that highlight dunk by Michael Bryston. Now Steady Blunt goes up, gets fouled, almost rolls in. Jake McCall's going to get hit with the foul there. And Steady Blunt will go to the line for 2 for Villanova. Okay. Arizona State had a off year last year. Julian returns. Is this team destined to make a run?
I think so. They have a great combination of getting some veterans in the transfer portal who will make an immediate impact. And then you kind of combine that with a pretty solid freshman class and some other guys on this roster. So you have a great combination of veterans and new guys who I think can turn out a pretty good season here.
Yeah, I think they can as well. A lot of hype surrounding the Sun Devils this year. Julian, one of the best coaches here, had to take that year off. And Arizona State, when he was in charge of Arizona State, they were really good with Trey Upton and Xavier Reed, and they had a lot of star power. But took that year off, and Arizona State kind of went down a little bit, but now takes back over, and they look like they're right back to where they left off.
He knows how to recruit. He is an underrated recruiter. He
Absolutely.
always makes a splash in the transfer portal.
Bryston drills a 3. He's got all 5 to start the game for the Sun Devils against his former team. Is this a revenge narrative game here for Michael Bryston?
Yeah, going back to his former stomping grounds. He's one of the better Villanova Wildcats in CSBA's history. He's had such a great career, so I'm sure he's pretty motivated to beat them tonight.
Stephen Fellows, step back 3, good. Talk about great the Villanova players. He's another one of those, Stephen Fellows.
Yeah. Another underrated player. He doesn't get talked about nearly enough, but provides such an impact on all areas of the game.
Bobby Jackson gets it stripped over to Bryston, back to McCall. 9 on the shot clock. It's over to Tyler Deathridge, the Alabama transfer. McCall drives, goes floater, no good. Gets his own board. Going to go up again. Is swatted by Steady Blunt.
Jacob McCall is one of those guys on a revenge tour. Didn't have the year he wanted last year, but a new home for him. Could kind of give him a nice reset and he needs to maybe have the season that everyone thought he would have had last year.
Oh, Brayton Allen, the 6'4" shooting guard, goes right at Deathridge in the post. That is not a mismatch that I want to attack, but he got it to go.
Deathridge known more for his offense, for sure, but that was a good move there.
Absolutely. Bryston takes it right at the chest of Steady Blunt, and he'll go to the line for 2 shots here for Arizona State. I don't think I realized that Bryston was, I don't know, for some reason I forgot that he was playing for Arizona State. And now that they're
forgot about that too.
And now they're playing each other. This is actually kind of cool.
This is cool.
We saw a great game last game between Kentucky and Virginia for about 3 quarters. Oregon LSU was decent. Saw some great basketball last night. So week 1's been pretty good. But you help with the schedule. You're our scheduling guy. So, I mean, the way we did scheduling this year is I think it's turned out some pretty good matchups.
Oh, I love it. You have a lot of matchups that are larger than just the teams playing. Former coaches playing their old team, players like this in Bryston, it does give for cool storylines.
It does.
Which I love, and a nice variety of matchups where you're not just playing the same conference over and over again.
Yeah, for sure. And you're not set to play those guys next year. And you can play different
Exactly.
guys. And no, the storylines are great. It gives our writers something to write about for sure. Next week we get Gordo, and
Exactly.
you get your brother next week, and that's awesome. So we see Kentucky Louisville next week, which is an in-state rivalry.
State rivalry.
So we get some good stuff. Fellows misses the layup. Deathridge grabs the board. Arizona State up 1 here early. Tyler Deathridge stops from just inside the three-point line and drills it. They're going to give him a long two. Good.
Trying to figure out, is this a lineup of all transfers for Arizona State here?
Let's see. Bryson, Jackson, McCall, Deathridge, and who is their 6th right now?
I don't know who their other guy is, but Hobart.
I believe all the starters are transfers or new people. Matt Green's a new create. So
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, nobody
from
this Arizona State. That's interesting, actually. But I think off the bench we get a couple guys that have been here off the bench.
Yeah.
I know Julian Alexander comes off the bench for this one. Julian with
Bo Iverson.
Tier 1 sub to Hexfly. Appreciate you. Bo Iverson off the bench. I believe Dynamite's a transfer from Arkansas, so we're pretty familiar with him. But we'll see. It takes a while to get these guys to play the way you want them.
It is, yeah. I know. As a coach myself, especially when you have a lot of new players on the team, it's tough early on to find that identity and find how everyone works together, in the best way.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes a little bit. Julian's a good game planner, so he'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Villanova team's got some more guys that have been around with each other, including Jaden Andrews, Igor Brasky, and but they got some new guys in the second unit as well. One of them, Jeffrey Bagwell, setting the screen right there. Now over to Nelson Borges. He's going to drive. Pull-up jumper for Borges is no good. Dynamite can't corral the rebound. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Nova.
Got to get that second hand up.
He's trying to hold off Brasky there. Yeah. But definitely got to get 2 up there. Villanova is going to capitalize on these more often than not.
They will. Yeah, I mean, when you have a game with 2, such great teams, it's these small things like that could end up kind of defining the game.
Arizona State gets away with one as Chambers misses the pull-up jumper. That's Kaiser Washington with the ball for the Sun Devils. He's going to stop and pop from 3. Can't get it to go. Rebound tracked down and grabbed by Borges. Now the ball's over to Bag.
Both teams hitting a cold spell here.
Yeah, it's been a little slow start for both teams. But Villanova's a defensive-minded team for sure, so they love these kind of games.
They do. Yeah, that's kind of their identity.
Yeah.
That they've really established in this league is they always have a good defensive team, and frankly, I find them pretty underrated every year.
I do too.
Always in that top 15, top 10 conversation, getting a pretty good seed in the tournament.
They're in a tough conference. The Big East has always been
they
tough. And very
But I think
defensive. The Big East has been very defensive.
Right. But more than ever this year, it's anyone's game.
It is.
You have
Providence is
6
up there for
pretty
sure.
decent teams.
Yeah, the Big East is wide open.
Georgetown.
I agree with that. But I think ASU wants to get out and run a little more than they are right now. Villanova's just doing a good job on defense of stopping transition and slowing the game down a little bit. And Villanova wants to make it. They want to make it slow and ugly, and that's what Coach Joey Phillips really capitalizes on.
I think the game last week for Villanova was kind of the example of what they don't want. Game where both teams scored well over 100. Oregon's a great team, but that game just was too fast for Villanova and their style.
I agree.
And to be honest, I think Arizona State's game was probably a little slower than they wanted. Pitt did kind of slow it down. Neither team shot incredibly. So I think, Arizona State, they want to get out and run. Villanova wants to slow it down. Advantage Villanova early on here.
Yeah, absolutely. Taken last week, like you said, last week's game was just too fast for them. I think they don't want to get in a track meet, especially with Oregon and a team like Arizona. The Pac-12 has a lot of teams that like to run, right? Like it's the opposite of the Big East. So
right.
They're doing a really good job of slowing this one down and just kind of playing their brand.
Talking about the Pac-12, look at, I think that's another conference which is just as wide open as it's ever been before.
Yeah, you see the transition there by Iverson. But
Great move to get right to the rack.
Yeah, the Pac-12 is open. I mean, Gonzaga's still my front runner there, but it's got a lot better this year. Oregon's impressed the heck out of me so far.
Yeah.
I didn't think they were. Thought they were going to be good, but they've exceeded what I thought they were going to be Arizona State's going to be really talented. Oregon State has, done some good things. They had a rough game last week, but, Dewey's always got his team ready to go.
For sure. Yeah, and, I mean, Oregon State ran into a North Carolina team that couldn't miss. Which a great roster there. But I'm looking forward to, I think across the league we have a lot of pretty even conferences and a lot of wide open races, which will be really fun to track.
Yeah, if you saw the graphic they put out with the preseason polls, right, with the coaches picking who they thought were going to win the conferences, I think it was really close with the exception of maybe the SEC and kind of Pac-12 with Gonzaga. But other than that, it was extremely close on who they thought. So
right.
There's not a front runner, I don't think, in most conferences right now.
I would agree with that. And it's a lot of it could change as well as certain teams figure out exactly what works for them, and they get better as the season goes on.
Yeah, these 3 games are more important to figure it out than to win. But
yes.
Obviously you want to win them, but they're more important to figure it out and be competitive.
Right. Yeah, you find an identity, find a game plan that works for your team, and then conference play is when you just take off.
Yep. Dynamite has the ball now down to the post against Igor Brodsky. The ball's loose. Brodsky comes up with it. Too much time there from Dynamite. Now it's Jaden Andrews. One-on-one. Good defense there from Arizona State. Sun Devils actually playing a good brand of defense on themselves right now.
They are. Up in your face. Not letting Villanova get anything easy.
Borges got a little bit of space. He's going to stop and pull up, and that's good. And that's probably the most space that Villanova's got tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Gives the Wild.
Arizona State needs to keep the ball moving on offense. They're doing a lot of standing around.
Yeah, I think they're falling into the trap right now of the slow game and getting a little one-on-one-ish right now, which is what Villanova wants with all those lockdown defenders that the Wildcats have. So Villanova's got to get some stops. Be a little aggressive on defense. Get out and run, right?
Right.
Take some chances.
Yeah. Turn defense into offense.
Especially on the road.
Don't let that crowd get into the game.
13-12, Kaiser Washington has it. Looking for Julian Alexander. He got it to the captain of this bench unit here. He's going to come off the screen now back to Washington. Washington's got a little bit of space, and he hits it.
That's it.
Villanova now takes a quick timeout. The quick trigger there from Coach Joey Phillips did not like the space that they gave him. He's probably going to talk to Damian Chambers, I think that was, about that a little bit.
Yeah, it's tied off a little too much, which was all the shooter needed.
So 15-13 game, minute 20 left here in the first quarter. Been a good one so far, very defensive game. The ball now down to the post against Jaden Andrews. Andrews goes baseline spin, now gets stripped. Comes up back with the ball. He's going to go right back to it. Working in the paint. Goes up, now kicks it over to Chambers. Chambers back to Andrews for the 3, no good. Rebound pulled down by Igor Brodsky, and he's going to get fouled and go to the line.
And, Arizona State just played 20 seconds of amazing defense just to give up the offensive rebound and the foul, but great defensive effort for them. Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to finish the play off.
Yeah, you could see the smash mouth defense or offense played by Villanova, right? Andrews goes to the post, gives a couple hard shoulders, then gets the ball stripped and goes right back to it. Igor Brodsky flies in for a big offensive rebound. So, if you're playing Villanova, you're gonna be hurting the next day. You just got to prepare yourself for that.
Yeah, and it works well for them. They have a lot of those kind of players. Andrews is a tremendous talent they have. I think, honestly, they need to go to him more than what they have so far.
Absolutely. 15-14 game. Brodsky looking to tie it up. Coming up Monday, we got Pitt, Oregon, which should be good. Georgetown, West Virginia. West Virginia off to a 1-0 start. And Minnesota versus Gonzaga on Monday, so you guys don't want to miss those. For week 2 of the CSBA, bringing us some more really good games.
Right around the corner.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through the schedule and see what games I'm really looking forward to most. Iowa Duke should be absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, Duke's one of those teams that just recruited the heck out of this offseason, and have a really competitive squad.
Tech Marquette should be pretty good. Obviously, our game should be pretty good with Virginia. They look good today. State, Illinois should be really good as well.
That should be a good one. Illinois, UVA beat them pretty badly in the preseason, but then
they look good.
They came back and just rocked UCLA. It wasn't close at all.
Yeah, for sure. So a good week in store for you guys here in week 2. High school teams are starting to fill out a little bit. We'll get that going in week 3 or 4. So exciting times. Damian Chambers going to the line for 2 here for Villanova.
Yeah, exciting part of the season.
Yeah, it gets a lot of fun after about week 3.
Yeah.
Coaches start to have a little more fun and getting there to know their rosters and how they could use them best.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of this part of the year is, one, it's fun to see all the players in their new respective teams,
Yeah.
but it's also just what is our team going to look like offensively this year, and kind of the layout of how the teams are stacked against each other.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the coaches that have been around and have a roster that's familiar to them have a little bit of an advantage in these first 3 games, but we've seen some really good performances from some new coaches and stuff. So
Yeah, we got a lot of great coaches this year.
yeah, we really do. The ball with Jake McCall, he kicks out to Matt Green. Matt Green's going to spot up and shoot the 3, and he hits it. He's got that 3 under him for a reason.
That lefty stroke there.
The big power forward that can hit those 3s.
I mean, if he can shoot 3s, we all know Deathridge can shoot 3s. You got a lineup here for Arizona State with 5 guys who can just light it up from outside.
Yeah, absolutely. Stephen Fellows answers with a 3 of his own. Another big power forward. I think he runs small forward for this team. There's Bobby Jackson's 3 at the buzzer off the mark, and we'll go to the end of the first quarter. Villanova 20, Arizona State 18. We'll be right back for the start of the second quarter. This is CSBA on Twitch. Back here at the start of the second quarter. Villanova up 2. Been a physical game so far. Okay, what do you think? And we talked about Arizona State probably trying to get out in transition, and that's probably what the Sun Devils need to do here.
Yeah, and I think they just need to go to their star players a little more. We haven't heard a lot from Deathridge
Or Jackson
yet.
Yeah,
I mean,
Bryson stole the show a little bit.
It has, and I mean, it's not that hasn't worked, but they need to go to these guys, and I think that'll help open up the offense a little bit more.
I would agree with that. Yeah, Bryson getting a run out. He's in transition. He gets blocked. Maybe a foul by Allen there, but Allen gets a hand on it. No call. Doc Rako's going to shoot the 3 from the wing. That's no good. Pulled down by Deathridge. Here goes Arizona State in transition. The pace picking up for the Sun Devils. Bobby Jackson gets blocked, but foul called on Stephen Fellows, so he'll go to the line for 2. And there's that pace. That pace that's what we want out of Arizona State, right?
Right, yeah. You see it there. They can really get out and run.
Oof. I don't like that call. I think that was a clean block. But
yeah, that looked clean to me.
Jackson's going to get the benefit of the doubt and get 2 free throws here. I don't think Coach Joey Phillips would like that call there.
Not at all.
He's not a very animated guy, though, so he's pretty even-keeled. Jackson hits the first. Been some big performances this week. Now that we're in the last week of the game, yeah, the uniforms are really cool. We could talk about some of the bigger performances of the week, and we saw J-Mac had a really big one last game just now.
He did. He's the reason UVA won that game.
Yeah, Josh Young had a really big game. They lost, but they had a good game. Jacob Black had an extremely good game for Miami. So there's been some really good performances this week. David Farmer has actually started the season much better than I thought he would.
Yeah, I mean, Georgetown, a lot of people, kind of sleeping on since they lost some of their top weapons from last season, but they've shown that they're here and they're here to stay.
Yeah, they competed really well with that Kansas team the other night, and, they didn't get the win, but it was a lot closer than probably a lot of people thought that would be.
Yeah, that was a great game to watch.
Doc Graco's going to try to go up top. Seti Blunt somehow comes up with it and finishes it. He's an athletic big.
He is. Yeah, he's a really great weapon for this Villanova team. Like what he can add to them really on both sides of the court.
Pierre says, hi, K. Hi, Nighthawk. How's Tennessee? We're fantastic.
We are fantastic.
Bobby Jackson off the mark. Fellows grabs the rebound. He's working one-on-one against Matt Green. Tries to go baseline spin. Nothing there. Deathridge gets the steal. Smart double team there from Deathridge.
It was, yeah.
Now it's
Wish they would have pushed it there. They kind of slowed it down again.
yeah, McCall, open three from the wing, no good. Rebound pulled down by Matt Green. Now back outside to Jackson. Back to Green. Looks like they want to get McCall again. Another look here. They get it to him. McCall's second three from the corner and no good again. And Deathridge comes up with the offensive board. And now Jackson's got the ball for Arizona State. He's going to pull up, and he hits. Third opportunity. You can't give teams three chances.
Yeah. I mean, you got to rebound the ball, and it's kind of been a theme here early on. It's Villanova not doing an amazing job rebounding on really either side of the court.
Which is not their identity, right? They're a pretty good rebounding team usually. So
you would think they'd actually have the advantage here.
Yeah, I would say so. Jackson gets the rebound off the Fellows miss. He's going to push fast in transition. Good job by Villanova getting back into transition D there. They're going to go up top. Ball swatted away by Rylan Moffitt. Don't love the pass there from McCall.
No, he forced it in. Nothing was there. Even if he made the catch, there's two defenders right around him.
Yeah, good defensive teams will make you force some stuff for sure. Moffitt gets into the paint, finishes. Nice finish by him, the freshman.
Yeah, defense non-existent in that possession for Arizona State.
Now Michael Bryson out to the top of the key. Looks like they're going to get Bobby Jackson on a little zipper cut action. Now pick and roll coming from Deathridge. This is what I want to see more of. Bobby Jackson and Deathridge in the pick and roll. Floater off the glass, no good. Gets his own board. Pump fakes once, can't get it again. Gets another rebound. This time finishes.
Wow, I mean, another possession with three chances.
He's tough, man. Bobby Jackson is tough.
Trust me, I mean, we had enough of him in Alabama.
I'm glad he's not in the SEC anymore.
Oh, me too.
I won't miss him.
No, not at all. Him, CJ Mack.
Oh gosh. Well, we saw CJ last week, right? So.
Yep.
Green gets the board, kicks it out to Jackson. Jackson quickly ahead to Deathridge. Deathridge takes the second. Don't know why he did. Thought he had a step on Gracos, but misses the layup. Villanova going back the other way. Now Fellows with an easy dunk.
Arizona State being a little soft here inside. They need to start dunking the ball, going up strong. They're just kind of laying it up there, and it's getting swatted, and it's not falling for them.
Yeah, Nova's being a little more physical for sure. They're up 4:08 left here in the half. We'll take a quick break. This is CSBA on Twitch. So we go back to Villanova. They're up 4 at home. And their season opener, it's Hex or Aqua. I can't even say his name. Villanova throws out of bounds. Bo Iverson steps out there, so not what you want out of the timeout for Arizona State.
No. It looks like bench Unitarian, so I felt like Villanova maybe won that battle a little bit in the first half, but overall they played pretty even.
Yeah, I think so. Game definitely in the style that Villanova wants right now, though.
Yeah, the game flow has kind of been consistent here. We saw a little bit of run and gun in the early second quarter, but that has gone away.
Nice block by Dynamite on Nelson Borges there. 6 seconds on the shot clock.
The interior defense for Arizona State has been amazing so far.
Yeah, it's been really good. Villanova, nothing's been easy for Nova, so they're having to work for all those 28 points.
Well, the offense hasn't started clicking yet for Arizona State, but thankfully their defense has kept them in it.
Yeah, contested three there from Andrews, no good. Rebounded by Julian Alexander. Quickly ahead to Kaiser Washington. He's going to go up for the layup. Good. And they're going to take those opportunities to run when they can. Villanova's transition has been pretty good tonight, but not that one. Not that time.
No, it was great running there. Finally open guy to finish it.
Ball over to Nelson Borges. Over to Igor Broski. Screen coming from Jeffrey Bagwell. They get a switch. Broski going to attack that against Dynamite and gets the foul.
Good move there. Go strong inside. Force them to foul you. Has Villanova gone to the line much today? I feel like this is maybe one of their first trips.
Yeah, I haven't seen them go too much to the line. I think Bryson might have got there, or not Bryson. He's on Arizona State now, right? So I think somebody might have got there once, but no, they haven't got too many. They have, like you said, Arizona's interior has been really good.
It has.
29-26, Igor Broski stepping into a bigger role for the Wildcats in his sophomore season now. Looking to lead this bench unit along with Jaden Andrews.
Villanova has some good balance here in these lineups, which I like.
Yeah. I was like looking at their team, and, you know, not a coach that changes a ton. It works for them, though.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Find what works and stick to it.
Alexander with the ball now for Arizona State. He gets a switch. Looks like they're going to attack the mismatch down low. They get to Aqua Kikion. He's going to go baseline fade and hits it. So Hex with a nice fadeaway baseline. That's a tough shot.
Over your right shoulder, fading away out of bounds. That's insane.
Some skill there from the freshman. Now the ball's with Igor Brodsky over to Andrews. Andrews blows by one defender. Now draws two. He's got a backdoor cut. Doesn't hit it.
Oh,
he missed Bagwell there.
Was way too late, though.
It was. Bagwell's got to go earlier.
He needs to go earlier.
Brodsky pull-up jumper, no good. Bagwell makes up for it, gets the tip in.
Makes up for it, yeah.
Cleans up the garbage. He's just a freshman too, right? He's got to learn that timing.
Oh, Aaron.
Now the ball over to Iverson. Villanova in real life and in the game just play so solid. Like they're the same team. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's crazy. They're just solid.
It's kind of cool, yeah.
Julian Alexander.
They don't make mistakes.
No, they don't. Alexander pull-up jumper, no good. They rebound well. They play off 2 feet in the paint well. They're just going to take their opportunities. Nice backdoor from Bagwell in transition from Chambers. Villanova's jumped out to a 6-point lead. Arizona State's got to reel this in a little bit before half.
Yeah, the bench offense is just not clicking so far. You have too many guys trying to set picks.
Yeah.
And not enough guys trying to get open.
I mean, Villanova's done a phenomenal job turning this into a half-court game, right? I mean, Arizona State's strength is not the half-court offense as Iverson misses another three. And Villanova knows that. They're just turning it into that game.
Yeah, it's a lot of mover blocker ISO ball for Arizona State, which is not what it's not working right now for them.
Is that a Virginia reference? Mover blocker, nice. You're a Virginia guy at heart. I knew that. So
I am.
Julian Alexander going to drive. He throws it down. Give it to that guy and let him go to work a little bit.
Yeah. I'm sure the coach would love to see that.
Time out Nova. 1:10 left in the half. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back to CSBA on Twitch. Back here, Villanova with a 6-point lead. Minute till halftime. But Jeffrey Bagwell with the ball in the corner. Bo Iverson with the reach-in foul. Only a second-team foul, so they'll take it out of bounds here. I would rather them trap than try to reach there.
Yeah, a little unsure. A little too aggressive.
Jaden Andrews drives this time off the glass and good. Good inbound play from Nova to take an 8-point lead.
Yeah, he got really great positioning there underneath. He was able to take the baseline.
Now the ball's with Kaiser Washington over to Julian Alexander. Swings it over to Iverson. Ball movement picking up a little bit here for Arizona State, possibly. Now it's stagnant again. Backdoor, Julian Alexander's got open. Wow, what a play by Chambers. He saw him a little late, but Chambers jumped the pass.
He did. That was really great awareness there for him. To be able to figure out what Arizona State was trying to get to.
Now Chambers has got it over to Andrews. Now down to Brodsky in the post. Back to Andrews. Andrews going to the free throw line. Drives in. Draws two. Kicks it over to Bagwell. Now to Borges. 3 on the shot clock. Borges is going to have to take a contested jumper. Pull up. That's no good. Rebound pulled down by Might. And Arizona State will have the last shot of the half here.
Well, yeah. Still playing it close. You'd love to close the gap to 5 or 6 here.
Washington three-pointer. Good. You needed that for Arizona State headed to halftime.
Good momentum shift for them.
So we'll go to the half. Villanova 38, Arizona State 33. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back for halftime. This is CSBA on Twitch. So the halftime stats, Villanova shooting 47%. Like we said, they're just making it a little ugly. And Arizona State's, they're right there. They're going to stay. When the game's this ugly, Kay, it's going to stay striking distance for the most part. Villanova is they're experts at winning close games.
They are. It's just down in the trenches. It's being fought. Two pretty solid defensive teams. Neither team has found their groove offensively quite yet, and I think unless one of those teams goes on a run, it's going to come down to the wire here, and it's going to be a fun ending.
For sure. Well, Villanova's got a 5-point lead. It looks like Kaiser Washington's going to be the highlighted player here. For Arizona State at the half, he had 9 points in 9 minutes. So good job by him off the bench.
Wow, I didn't even realize he had 9 points.
He hit a couple threes. I think he had 3 threes.
Okay. He has at least 2. But that makes sense.
I think he has 2 and maybe an N1 or a free throw.
Okay, N1. Okay.
So we'll see what happens here. Great Coast has got to get started, I think, for Villanova. It hasn't done much. Mm-hmm. But fellows,
it's a big transfer they got, and that's not talked about a whole lot, but he's a tremendous talent.
It's a really big transfer. Bryson's been quiet since the first. He's got the ball. Pull-up floater. Good. Wow, that was a nice move.
That was a nice move.
A little 2-footer floater from Bryson.
Made sure to get up and over the Villanova tall men underneath.
38-35. Gracos has it now. He's going to go pick and roll. Throws it up to Steady Blunt. Flushes it home. I think that's where Gracos is underrated, is he can make plays.
He did, and Blunt just did a little slip screen there. Found the room underneath, and Gracos found him.
Absolutely.
Turnaround jam.
Sure. McCall with the ball now. He's going to go over to Bryson. Bryson thought about the jumper. Steady Blunt was flying at him. He has to throw it away. Allen has the rebound. Jumper good from Allen there.
Ace picking up here early on. I like it.
A little bit for sure. Villanova looks like they're ready to match it. Bobby Jackson's going to go in. Foul. Can't get the bucket to go. Fellows picks up the foul. If that's the matchup they're running, I think I'm going to go with Bobby Jackson a little bit and just try to, let him go to work a little bit. I know we don't want the ISO ball, but I think it's a mismatch in Bobby Jackson's favor.
I would agree. I think any person guarding him is a mismatch for him, but
yeah, that's true.
Definitely, he has a speed advantage on display right there.
Absolutely. So maybe Bobby Jackson will get a little more aggressive and get to the rim like he did there. It's 2 fouls on Fellows, so hopefully he doesn't pick up his third here early.
Right.
But I'd go at him though.
I would too. I know Deathridge got a tough matchup with Blunt underneath, but he's someone else I want to see get the ball a little more.
Yeah, I think if Arizona State could figure out how to run more of a 5-out look at times, right? We outlawed the Bucks book, but there's a lot of books that will run 5-out stuff. If they could figure that out and kind of get a 5-out look with Deathridge, it's gonna be hard for guys to guard him. I know we played Oklahoma State that ran a lot of 5-out last week, and it brought our bigs out. It was kind of tough to guard sometimes.
Right. No, we could not stay with them really at all there, and it works well. They have speed. 1 through 5, and I think they need to really get to that.
Yeah, speed, and they can all shoot. So
yeah, speed and shooting.
So the ball's with McCall now. Arizona State down 5. Now over to Bryson. Bryson over to Jackson. Jackson, jumper from 3, good. Bobby Jackson getting going, heating up a little bit here for the Sun Devils.
Good ball movement there. Off ball, they freed him up, and he found a spot there on the wing.
Gracos drives in. He's into the post. He's got a mismatch. Go to work, Doc. Doc, fade away, mini fade in the post. No good that time, but I love that look from him.
I like the move, too. I think he could have backed him down a little farther, but nevertheless, a good matchup
Oh,
there.
McCall goes up top to Deathridge. Steady Blunt got caught off guard there. Luckily, didn't get put on a poster as Deathridge misses. Moffitt jumper, no good. Nobody down there for the rebound. Well, Deathridge flew in.
He went for the block attempt and then went right back up for the rebound.
Jackson off the glass again. Good, and we're tied. 7
in a row for Bobby Jackson.
Only shooting 30%. 6 points in the that was the first half. He had 6 points.
That was first half.
He already has
13.
Yeah, he's already got 13 in the game. A foul underneath. The basket's good, so the basket's going to count. Blunt's going to pick up a foul. The ball will go back to Arizona State, but the 3 counts. Timeout, Arizona State.
A nice pace shift here early on here in the third quarter.
I think that was Fellows that hit that 3 there, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe that's correct.
And Blunt picked up the foul, so 45-42. The ball is with Jake McCall, who will start the offense here for the Sun Devils. Bobby Jackson's going to get it on this possession. No doubt. He's getting face guarded right now by Fellows. Bryson's going to take advantage of that. And there's that 5-out look a little bit, right?
Yeah, 5-out look.
They spread green. They spread green to that short corner, even if it wasn't a true 5-out. Now Jackson's getting face guarded, and Bryson's got a wide open lane.
Right. Yeah, you have just tight physical defense there on the outside and free up that lane.
Fellows.
You have guards that can take it.
Fellows tough and one. Going to go back to the line. He's having a really big half here, too.
I think Fellows was offended by our commentary about
he is too.
Jackson's mismatch, and he says he is one of his own.
He definitely does. He doesn't have the speed mismatch, but he's got the strength, right?
Yeah, and he has the size. Just back him down.
And Fellows a guy that can go to that post. You know, he's a good two-way guy that could stretch it and go to the post. So,
right.
Yeah, keep going to Fellows, and Arizona State, keep going to Jackson. I love what's going on right now.
You're Jackson there. Foul harder. If you're going to foul hard. Don't let him get the and one.
Yeah, I saw his arms off for sure. My college coach used to say that. Saw his arms off. He threw in some expletives, but saw his arms off was the message.
I like it.
Ball loose on the ground. Moffitt comes up with it. 3-on-1 break for Villanova. Moffitt's going to go in for the layup. Can't get it to go as McCall got back on defense, and the freshman misses the bunny there.
Yeah, freshman mistake.
McCall,
We'll see if it comes back to bite them.
Green in the post. Not the matchup I thought they were going to go to against Gracos, but he got the tough lefty fade.
Green's been impressive, man. He has shown he can score from all over, and he can rebound as well. I'm impressed with what he's been able to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Steady Blunt down to the post now. He's got the size against Deathridge. He's going to pump fake once, twice. Now goes up with the right hand and finishes.
I haven't heard his name a whole lot tonight, but he has that ability, especially down the stretch here in the second half, to be able to really provide that inside presence for them.
Yeah, I think he's more of a pick and roll lob threat for sure, but he can get to the post a little bit.
Double-double last week.
Yeah, had a great game. Jackson going to drive in. Can't get the layup to go. Rebounded by Gracos. Villanova looking to run here a little bit. 5-on-3 break over to Brayton Allen. Good defense there by Arizona State. Moffitt resets the offense. Fellows draws two. Now back. Has a mismatch, but Bryson gets a hand on it. 3 seconds left. Fellows step back. 3. No good. Rebound pulled down by Jackson.
Great defensive set there for Arizona State, forcing that tough off-balance shot.
Jackson with the double team, gets into the paint, kicks it out to Matt Green. He can hit it from the corner. No this time. Steady Blunt tips it, grabbed by Moffitt.
Good look, though. You'll take that if you're Arizona State.
Great look. Gracos, circus layup, good. He's one for the flair.
He is.
Looks like he'd run a circus one day.
I'd believe that.
The ringleader. Bobby Jackson turns the corner against Steady Blunt, throws down the dunk. Just had way too much speed for Blunt there. 15 points for Bobby Jackson.
For the starters.
Yeah, they're going to get out right now for sure. But, yeah, that was a long series for the starters there. Not used to seeing that in the third.
No, not at all. They'll come back here. I mean, at some point in the fourth, but that was definitely a longer set for both squads.
So both benches in here. 52-48 game. Villanova leading. Jaden Andrews with the ball. Over to Damian Chambers. Screen coming from Bagwell. Well played by Alexander. Jaden Andrews going to drive. Gets fouled. Good hard take by Jaden Andrews. And the foul on Hex Aqua Kikion.
I don't know how you pronounce that correctly.
It's because I typed his name many times already. When you have to look at the rosters as much as I do.
That is true.
Hex Aqua Kikion. That's a great name.
That is a great name. We got some great names.
I don't know how that fit, but apparently it did. Yeah, we do. Excuse me. Jaden Andrews at the line for 2. You've been watching the NFL draft this week?
Loosely.
Yeah, I haven't watched too much of it.
I'll be quite honest. My Commanders are not doing too hot. We not really picking great options, but it's okay.
Did you guys pick up Howell too today?
We got Hal today.
That's interesting.
Which actually, I think that's one of our better selections we've had.
Yeah, don't mind it. Hex is saying Malik Willis, baby, in the chat. Are you a Titans fan, Hex?
That'd be a good pick
or are
for
you
them.
a Liberty fan?
I don't know who else out there is Liberty fan.
I don't even know where Liberty is, to be honest.
It's actually near where I am right now.
Is it? Okay.
Lynchburg, Virginia.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that.
Middle of nowhere.
Chambers with the rebound, 54-48. He's working against Hex Aquaquion. A little stagnant offense again from Villanova. Not that that's a bad thing for the Wildcats. As Jaden Andrews, jumper no good. Ball tipped. Dynamite. Got a hand on it again. It's the second time he's done that.
Yeah, he needs to learn how to rebound.
Definitely needs to learn how to rebound.
Villanova's maintained this lead for now a while now. This kind of 4 to 8 point lead.
I'm telling you, this is the Villanova basketball right here at its finest. We've seen this for 5 seasons now. Or 4 seasons, however long they've been in. Jaden Andrews jumper no good. Rebounded, pulled down by Aquaquion. Now it's over to Washington. AKK. I think they call him AK-47, which is why he changed his number. Also stealing the name of the famous Andrei Kirilenko, but that's okay. Iverson off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Igor Brodsky. Now the ball's with Nelson Borges. Borges to the elbow. Villanova going to take their time. They're going to run their stuff. Chambers gets the corner. Had a lane. Chose not to go all the way. Brodsky gets the rebound. Can't finish. Rebounded by Iverson.
Yeah, he pulled way too early there. He had the wide open lane.
I think he saw actually Brodsky flying in there in position and then got a little worried that there was a help defender. Yeah. Young guys make those mistakes.
They do. Good pick there. Feed him down low. You have a mismatch.
They did. They did have a mismatch. They chose not to go there. Alexander shot the pull up, missed it. Now it's Andrews in the post. Goes up and under. Nice move from Jaden Andrews.
He's in the all game. He's shown his ability to get into the lane and finish.
Great finisher for Villanova. 56-48. Ball's with Julian Alexander now on the wing. He goes behind his back, reverses course. Now they'll go down to the post. AK-47 now has it against Chambers. He goes way out, though. Maybe that's why I didn't throw it last time. Actually, I think it was Dynamite last time in the post. Now he has it. Step back. Jumper, no good. Rebounded, chased down by Borges. Villanova's got 5 to work here before the end of the third. Borges is going to try to do it himself. Nope, over to Andrews. Jumper at the buzzer. Three-pointer, he drills it.
Oh.
And Jaden Andrews, big-time gamer. I think he's a junior now for Villanova. I've been doing this a long time for the Wildcats.
He has. He's shown his veteran leadership here off the bench. Been a huge factor.
Take a break. Be right back for the fourth quarter. Villanova 59, Arizona State 48. 4's up in the chat. Here we go, start of the fourth quarter. Kaiser Washington over to Iverson. Washington had a big first half. He hasn't really been involved here in the second yet.
A lot of standing around for Arizona State.
And travel. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at a game plan change a little bit from Arizona State to try to get out and run a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of ball watching in disguise, hoping for someone else to make an ISO move, which they haven't been able to do.
We'll have a ton of ISO, guys on this bench unit, maybe besides Alexander, so.
Right.
They've got to get it moving on this bench. Chambers layup, no good, rebounded by Julian Alexander. But their defense has been pretty good. They're still in the game, down 11.
Yeah, they're still in the game for sure.
Washington step back three. Can't get it to go. Good look. The ball with Borges now. He's going to try to run in transition, gets down to the lane, off the glass, good.
I mismatched there a little bit.
Yeah, just a little.
To elevate.
Took his chance. Early season woes for Arizona State. They'll get it figured out. Like I said, coaches that have been around have an advantage, especially with the team that they've been around. Washington now with the ball, gets the screen from Dynamite, gets double team. Broski steals it off the double team. Now over to Andrews.
Great
Andrews
hands.
right around for the layup. Yeah, great hands. They double. I love when teams double team that pick and roll.
Yeah, works so well.
You got to have a really good point guard that can identify that early.
Early double and pass away from it.
Yep. Now Alexander to the paint. He gets blocked by Andrews. Gets the ball back over to Dynamite. Now Washington into the paint. Blocked again by Andrews. The physicality of this Villanova team is really overwhelming the Sun Devils right now.
Energy in this building. You can feel it ramping up.
The starters coming back in for both teams. Because Arizona State got enough for one more push. It's going to be tough against the Villanova team that plays the way they do. They're not going to have a ton of chances. They got to be efficient here.
Yeah, they need to start getting this thing. It's under 10 and ASAP.
Deathridge over to Matt Green. Matt Green, three-pointer, no good.
Good look, though.
Yeah, it was a good look. He had an open three. Now it's Ryland Moffitt. Subbing back, taking their time. Moffitt's going to try to find Andrews. Does at the elbow here. Now they'll go pick and roll. Andrews up and under again. Can't get it to go.
Andrews is feeling it.
He is feeling it. He's having a game. McCall goes up top to Bobby Jackson. That's almost stolen. Back to Jackson in the post. Broski's right there. Jackson goes to the left hand. Can't get it to go. Broski grabs the board.
Not sure I'd try. I mean, Broski, yeah. Or was that? Yeah, that was Broski, right?
Ooh, yeah. Steady Blunt with the putback dunk. That's what Blunt does right there. Broski has the height advantage for sure.
Yeah, I would say he has at least probably 5 inches on him. At least.
It'll be interesting to see how Arizona State responds in week 2 and what kind of game plan we see out of Julian. I think that's one of my favorite things about early season.
Yeah,
is the teams that
definitely have,
need to make a change to see what they do. Bobby Jackson draws 3 defenders. He's triple teamed. He finds Bryson. I don't know how he got that pass off. He was triple teamed by Villanova there.
That was, yeah, just crazy. Had probably a super small window there and was able to feed it through it. Do we know who these teams play next week? I can
pull it up real quick.
Try to find it.
Broski gets swatted by Jackson. See if Arizona State runs in transition. They will with Deathridge. Deathridge one-on-one. Gets into the paint. Draws 2. Kicks it out to a wide open Jake McCall. Three-pointer from the wing. No good. Rebounded by Green, and he puts it in.
Deathridge had the size. He should have just gone up and dunked it. Didn't come back to hurt them, but.
A little too unselfish there, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
So it looks like next week Arizona State's going to play UNC, which does not get easier for them.
No.
Wow, was Villanova a tier 2 or was UNC a tier 2?
I think UNC was a tier 2.
That's a tough tier 2. See, that's what I was talking about last game with Wired. Like when we schedule these games, like we can predict who's going to be there, but UNC is not going to end up at tier 2. So the strength of schedule for Arizona State is going to be really good heading into Pac-12.
It will be. And next week will be another good test. Try something new out. Maybe try a different lineup. See what can kind of turn out better.
Yeah, Villanova gets Syracuse next Saturday, so
that's probably the tier 2.
I'm assuming that would be their tier 2. Arizona State's probably their tier. Well, maybe that's their tier 3. Because they play Iowa in week 3. That's definitely their tier 1. I would say Arizona State's their tier 2.
Okay.
One of those two. I can't remember.
Yeah, they're probably on the cusp of both.
Yeah, they're
Arizona
probably
State
right there.
And Syracuse on that tier 2, tier 3 cusp.
Yeah, which I think Arizona State will probably be safely in that tier 2 spot as we head into the season.
I mean, I think they're ranked top 20 right now.
Yeah, I think they're 19. Bryson at the line, trying to cut this to 11. Yep. Definitely not over yet.
Villanova 16.
Villanova 16, Arizona State's 19. UNC was a tier 3? What in God's earth?
Who do they play week 3 then? Who's our tier 1?
Let me see. No, LSU had to be the tier 3, right? They get Villanova, UNC, and LSU. LSU had to be the 3.
LSU has to be the tier 3.
But maybe they were. Maybe LSU was the 2 and UNC was the 3. Either way, they're going to end up flipping, so.
UNC is your tier
8-0 run for
3
Arizona
opponent.
State, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, look up.
In a minute.
This is a brand new ball game. Yeah, 9-point game.
8-0 run in 1 minute for Arizona State. Brayton Allen goes behind the head to Doc Rankos. He gets fouled and one, puts an end to that run.
Wow.
Great pass.
Green got caught up there too high.
Yeah, it was. LSU was a 5 seed last season. UNC was a 7. Yeah, I know that, but did we rank them based off last year? Did I?
It was a combination of the coaches poll and preseason.
And my poll, right?
Right. I think LSU was a tier 3.
I'll have to go back.
But I could be mistaken.
Yeah, maybe they were flipped. But either way, I project them to flip. I project LSU to be a tier 3 when it's all said and done, and UNC to be a tier 1 probably.
I think they'll be a tier 1.
So they won't flip, but they'll still get that tier 3.
If UNC turned out to be a tier 3 opponent for the teams that scheduled them, I am sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Because that is a. I mean, look, your strength of schedule will be amazing. So it's
not a bad
trade-off there.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if I'm targeting, the way we schedule, we targeted teams that we felt could be fringe teams on the next level up. So
right.
That's the same thing with UNC, I think. Wow, nice dunk by Bryson.
That was nice. Play some urgency here for Arizona State, down by 10, 3 minutes to go.
Get up and trap and.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I don't know how Allen got that over the top. Allen is a pretty underrated passer.
He is. He had 2 defenders right there who just weren't able to quite affect the pass.
Arizona State going to take a timeout down 12, 2:47 left in the game. We'll give it a couple of weeks till we get my rankings out. Ware's rankings will come out in a couple of weeks. Coaches poll will be out every week, so I don't see much movement happening in the coaches poll.
At least the top of it.
At least the top 7.
Top 10.
Top 7, I'd say. I mean, if I'm looking at it, I got to pull it up. I got to find it.
The top 7 all won, I believe.
I think they all won. I think you're right.
So Georgetown lost, but they lost to Kansas. So.
Yeah, you're not going to drop too far. Texas Tech lost to Gonzaga. You're not going to drop too far.
No.
I would say, if anything, Georgetown maybe drops a couple spots. Texas Tech drops a couple spots. Probably UNC might move into the top 10 next week.
UNC, maybe Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette might. But I think UNC is probably firmly in there.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind just a straight swap of UNC and Texas Tech, and then a swap of maybe Gonzaga, Georgetown there.
Yeah, that'd be a good call.
Yeah, Marquette probably stays at 11 for me. Providence. I mean, even the top 15 is not going to move much. Oklahoma State maybe drops a couple. Virginia, I would say, may jump into the top 15, but Villanova is also there, so.
For these top teams that lost, they were close losses. No one got blown out in that top
yeah, it was good.
sector.
It was good. I don't think there's going to be too much movement.
It's going to be a competitive season. These top teams have shown that they're here to stay.
Great goes down low. After the steady blunt snatch block, Great gets the layup to go. 2:20 left.
I mean, it's kind of Villanova can start to feel it here.
They're grinding, man. They're a grit and grind team. Whether they run that or not, I don't think they do. But they're the definition of it, right?
Yeah, every basket.
Nice
Arizona
three
State
ball.
has to fight so hard for it. Nothing's coming easy.
Nothing is, and Villanova's just physical as heck, man.
Yeah.
I would not want to play them.
No, that's why they're in the Big East.
Big East is a physical
We're in the
division.
SEC. Keep it that way.
Yeah, stay there. 72-61. I don't know. March Madness comes around. It's all out the window.
Don't remind me.
Stephen Fellows has the ball. Takes the contested jumper, and he hits it.
Man.
Fellows is a shot maker, man.
He is. It is right down his throat.
He's got 16 in the game. Bryson's got 17 for Arizona State. It's 74-61. Bobby Jackson going ISO. Gets into the lane. Step back. Thought about it at the elbow. Good help defense from Nova. Now Bryson for 3. Gets it to go, and he's got 20.
That's a good look there. Bryson keeps on cooking.
Yeah, the transfer from Villanova, playing against his old team, having a really good game on the road. He's really familiar with this building.
Yeah. He and Jackson have over half their team's points.
So they need a third option for sure. Now it's over to Allen. Brayton Allen down to Seti Blunt in the post. Blunt goes in right at the chest of Deathridge. I really like Seti Blunt. If I'm a pro coach, I'm looking to draft him. He's on my board.
He's a guy that will probably end up going lower than he should.
I would agree.
Just because he'll never score 25 points a game, but
He's gonna be a
he
specialist,
gives
though.
you so much value.
Well, with how much pick and rolls run in the pro league too, like he's gonna be.
Right.
He's a value for sure, especially a team that needs a center.
And I think when you look at this box score, I think the main difference that sticks out to me is going to be the balance that Villanova will show that Arizona State just didn't have tonight.
Yeah, no, I would agree. They control it.
Arizona State's going to have, yeah.
You're going to see the possession time, too, I think.
Yeah, definitely that. But I mean, Arizona State has 3 guys who scored a decent amount and no one else.
Yeah, they drop off for sure. Grakos gets the board, goes up top to Seti Blunt. Blunt, I'm trying to get him going a little bit here. He had the last 6 points, I think, for them.
Takeover.
Now it's Green. Green's got a little space. He likes not to shoot here. Down to the post. Bryston. Fadeaway jumper from the post. No good. Rebounded by Grakos, and that'll do it. Fellows will dribble the ball out. Villanova going to take home a 12-point win here at home in the season opener against a good Arizona State squad. We'll check out the highlights and the box scores. Heba, have a great weekend, man. Everybody have a great weekend. But stay tuned. Make sure you guys check out the box scores real quick with us. Have a great rest of your Saturday and Sunday. And we're back at it on Monday with 3 games. Pitt, Oregon, Georgetown, West Virginia, and Minnesota Gonzaga on Monday.
Ooh, some good ones.
Some really good ones. Any final thoughts here about this game before we look at the box scores?
Yeah, I mean, it was a tremendous game to watch. Both teams have the talent there, and both teams were able to do a lot of great things. You can look at the box score. Villanova shot right below 50%. That's tremendous. Kind of a different kind of style and offense for Villanova, where last week they scored, they had 15 3-pointers. This week they have 5, and compared to 44 points in the paint. So kind of a different way to attack offensively.
Yeah, I think they just limit teams, right? Like 59 field goal attempts for Arizona State is just not a lot. So
not a lot at all.
They didn't have a ton of chances to, keep themselves in the game more. But, credit Villanova's defense for, really just shutting that down. You see they had the ball longer. They had the points in the paint. They don't turn it over, right? 3 turnovers is not a lot.
No.
They forced 20. They forced 8 of them. The bench was great. So
yeah, the bench for Arizona State, 15 points. That's just not enough. That's not going to cut it.
Yeah.
I from what I could see, maybe Arizona State played 5 of their better players in that, first unit. Maybe you try someone off the bench, see if that provides a spark.
Yeah, for sure. Arizona State's a team that wants to get out and run, and 12 fast break points is probably not going to do it for them. Villanova did a really good job in transition. If we check out the box scores here from Arizona State, Michael Bryston, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists for him. Really good game in his return to Villanova. Bobby Jackson had 17, 8, and 2 with 3 blocks. So, like you said, those 2 guys had really good games, and then a huge drop-off. And not the guys you want either, like Washington, Green, McCall. Like Deathridge only with 2 points, Alexander with 2.
That's not. I mean, Deathridge, you want him shooting at least 7, 8 times a game, and 4 is just not.
Maybe that's the guy you bring
enough.
off the bench. Maybe you start somebody like Hex, at center, and if you're not gonna run that 5-out look, maybe start Hex and bring Deathridge off the bench. If you can get his production up a little bit for sure. And then on the Villanova side, you said at balance, right? Fellows had 16.
Yeah.
Blunt had 15. Andrews 13. Grakos with 12. So
they're big guns. Just all played great games.
And one of those guys off the bench. So bench scoring for them was good.
Right.
12 and 6 from Grakos. He's not a guy that makes a ton of noise, but he gets the job done. 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists.
He'll put together a great game. 12 points, 6 boards.
I mean, he's the reason why I think Villanova can actually win the Big East this year. So.
They're going to be up there.
Yeah, Brayton Allen didn't even have a huge game, and he's the guy that could score a lot too. Broski with 4, Bagwell 4, Moffitt with 2, Chambers with 2.
Down the team.
Everybody just gets looks, right? 4 shots, 3 shots, 3 shots, 3 shots, 6 shots, and you look at like the comparison, and you got 2 shots, 2 shots, 1 shot, and the ball movement is just there for Villanova. They find guys, and everybody gets looks, whether they scored or not. They're getting looks.
The assist numbers, like for Moffitt, there. I mean, he only scored 2, but 5 assists.
Yeah, only 18 as a team, but Moffitt had a really good job. But yeah, final words. Last game of the week. What do you look forward to in week 2, maybe?
think, checking out these different matchups, so I'm sure we'll have some top ones that they'll look forward to, and it's going to be a lot of, how do teams adjust from week one? Teams that won, keep it up. Teams that lost, find something new, try something different. Such a long season. It's, like Arizona State, nothing to get down upon here. They have plenty of games ahead of them, plenty of time to figure it out and put together some great basketball. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll have a lot of great action to look forward to, and it's only
Only
2 days away.
Yep. Mir said K in the booth was magnificent.
Wow, love you, Mears.
Tennessee love. Tennessee booth today.
Tennessee love.
We're good. All right, heading on to week 2. Thanks guys for tuning in. For K, I'm Nighthawk. We'll see you guys on Monday as Pitt and who did I say Pitt was taking on that day?
Oregon.
Pitt and Oregon. Tip us off on Monday for the first one. We'll see you guys then. Don't miss a beat. We'll see you guys next time. CSBA.